You know, every rancher dreams of their kids being able to do what they've done, and it gets harder and harder every year. So I just been through a fire, a very stressful time, is seeing half your ranch get burned up. Not only are you dealing with fences and calves that you lost due to the fire, we were fortunate not to lose any cows, and of course we were in that terrible drought of 22. And you start worrying about what your calves are going to weigh. Am I going to be able to pay my bills? I was able to find the Riomax tubs and got that out in front of them, and I've had it out ever since. My steers to still weigh 570 pounds that fall. I weaned about 3 weeks early. I'm still very pleased with that, especially comparing it to some of the other weaning weights in the area. I think my calves weighed somewhere between 60 and 80 pounds more, and then the next 2 years weighing they're close to 640. I still outweighed some of those ranches by 80 pounds. Similar genetics, good operations. Without a doubt, it had to be the Riomax tubs. Wouldn't do anything different. With $3.5, there's $250 more that I'm getting per head. At the end of the year, that's just more money I'm able to operate on and expand my operation, be able to do some different things that I maybe couldn't do before. The consumption stays around 0.2 of a pound for me through the spring. Wintertime, my consumption gets up to 1/4 of a pound, some maybe even close to 0.3 of a pound. That first year I had it out for them, increased nearly 10% on the breed up on my replacement heifers. I bred 300 head of heifers this last year, and with the 10% increase, nearly bred up 92% on those heifers. And you know, that was 20, 30 more head of calves at the end of the year that I'm able to sell. That's a good feeling to have that many more calves, and it pays the bills at the end of the year. We've always turned our bulls out the 1st of May. I'll pick them up in September. Traditionally, we'd always been somewhere between 95 and 98% breed up here, but I do believe that my window of the breed up has shortened. Those cows are getting bred up on that 1st or 2nd cycle. It makes a big difference at the end of the year whenever you go sell that calf. If it's a month or two older, a lot of pounds there, and that's what we're doing, is racing pounds of beef. These cows are able to utilize their feed a lot better with the use of the tubs, getting more out of every bite of feed that they have. Since I started Rio, I've been able to back off some of that feed. Traditionally, it always fed 5 pounds every other day. Since then, I've started feeding twice a week, 5 pounds. Some of my younger cows, I'll feed 3 times a week. And so I've seen a considerable feed savings. I've got three kids, and at this point, they all 3 talk like they want to come back and operate just like we can for they'd be the 6th generation. And so with these tubs, being able to possibly run a few more cows, we're still trying to get there. With that drought, it slowed the process down to being stocked, but have gotten to that point this year. Being able to make the ranch go another several generations, and Riomax being part of that, making my operation, my cows thrive, and it makes me feel good about the next generation. That price of the tub was quite a shocker to me, but if a guy will sit down and put a pencil to it, you see pretty quick that it's a very competitive product with a lot of the other products out there as far as price goes. A person needs to commit to it to really see it work for them. I've been on it myself for 3 years, but I know that anyone that gets started on it will see some results, and but a person needs to be patient with it to really see what it can do for them. It absolutely pays for itself.